Tumaze okuteekateeka tujja tulinda kumanya ekiva mu kkooti olwaleero. Standby tensi ziri ready, entebe ziri ready, abafumbi bali ready. Kati twagala tuwulize kiki ekinaava mu kkooti, ekinaavaayo tujja kusalawo ekigenda mu maaso. Naye abantu baffe abasinga baatandise dda okutambula okujja eno, abamu baatuuse dda okuviira ddala ne Kalamoja 39 mu bavudde Kalamoja gye bali we bali. Nkyogeddeko mu Luzungu ne ŋŋamba nti tulina ennamba abantu 100 nga mu 400, naye twebuuzizza nti kwabo bonna baani abakyaliwo. Kati tukola ki? Cleaning up, okumanya ani ali eno, tukuba amasimu biki bikyagenda mu maaso. Naye tulowooza nti delegates be tulina kati balinganga nga tuyinza okugamba nti oba 100, tuyinza nokuba 800. Kati bw'oggyako abo 800 n'ogamba nti kaakati olw'okuba nti bagenda kwesasulira okutambula n'okusula, bameka abasobola okukola ekyo. Kati ne tutuuka ku nnamba nga 4-5 abasobola okujja. Naye bwe njogerera wano nga 395 bakonfaminze dda. Kumpi kya bwereere ekino tukijjawo. Ekiki ekiddirira mmere, ekiddirira mazzi, ne bagenda okutuula kuba bangi, tuteekawo tenti butebe. N'ekidongo tujja kukiteekawo nga tumaliriza. Agange gatandikira gakomawa, Mukama y'amanyi. Owaye ne bajjajja. Naye amaanyi genkozesa ge gagali mu constitution yaffe eŋŋamba nti osobola okukola kino, tosobola kukola kiri. Ngobera constitution sebuke katabo kaffe kokka, tewali mulala asobola kunzija ku katabo kano, o constitution eno. Era wendi ngezaako okubulira bano abavubuka, kuba mbayita abavubuka, nti bwe munaatandika okukola ebyo nga mwonoona constitution yammwe, ng'ate ne muddaawo ne muvuma Museveni, temulina lugendo. Si yange ya FDC neyanziza. Tewasomye bulungi nyabo. Ddamu osome constitution. Kaakati bw'ogamba ekibiina kugambye, naawe obagamba nga tikiririddawa, nze nja kikulaga. Okay? Nsobola okukikulaga. Extraordinary, it's extraordinary. Olaba? Mwezi gumu twatuukiriza ekyo. Ne notice n'egenda. Ebirala boogera bwogezi. Ati ekibi abatasoma bannange kinnuma. Kangezeeko nyenja kasoma busomi, nziremu kasoma ndeme kubuusabuusa. Bwe tumaliriza okugamba nti chairperson yekka alina obuyinza okusalawo. Akaddirira kagamba nti bwe mba nfunye petitions oba ebiwandiiko ebinsaba okuva mu kitundu kaŋŋambe half kya wakati, okuva mu district executive committee, okay, committee ezifuga districts zaffe. Bwe mba nfunye ekyo nsobola nafuna. Oba bwe mba nfunye petitions ezivudde mu bitundu 3 ku 100 okuva mu badelegates abawera 5 ku 100 okuva mu districts nsobola okugira ki okuyita olukiiko olwo. Ekirala ekidirira njala nkyogereko kubanga kikulu nti bwe mba nfunye petitions okuva mu National Executive Committee nakyo nsobola okuyita ki nazo baziwandiika abo bagamba nti olw'okuba akakiiko ako tekakyakola nga president wa kakiiko ako agaanyi okuyita meetings okumala emyezi gisukka 4 baagala bafune ki delegate conference kwegamba byonna ebiri wano nabituukiriza oba babituukiriza ofisi yange kwe kusalawo okugamba nti nti bino biyitiridde ejjoogo liyitiridde n'okwewaggula kuyitiridde tuyite bannannyini pate basalewo kyekyokka kyenkoze. Sina wengwa nina kitanda kimu nebaka FDC ebirala wano wali pati yemu be bantu bebamu kati bebogerako ebye Katonga yateekebwawo ba ani yateekebwawo FDC National Executive Committee era twakayisa kati myezi oba 6 meka okuwa Katonga ssente batambuze activism yebwino aliwo nze njogera bwino ekiriwo baba bagira kimugende mu minisitiri zaffe mujja kubisangayo baba bazibawadde kakati banaboogera waliwo kino nedda tugambe nti tuyina abantu abatakwatagana mu kino nakiri nenga pati eriwo ki ekinavaayo kijja kuva ku kiki ekivuddeyo katoyiza kuŋŋamba nakikkiriza oba nakikkiriza kinti njala manye ekivaayo nga bwe njogedde mu Lungereza ne ŋŋamba nti oyinza omusango gusobola okukusinga ne n'ogaana n'okola ki kibayita appeal n'ojuliza kakati bwembuuza oba ngenda kukkiriza kati oba oyagala kunzijjako buyinza bwange obugaano oba obukkiriza nasoma n'amagezi g'ekatwe ngalina ebyo twabiiseemu dda tulinde olunaku bannannyini pate nze mbanjulire ensonga eziriwo bwe bagambe tugenda bwe tutyo batugenda bwe tutyo banasalawo ne bino ntandise okubyagala kubanga biraze ekiri mu FDC nti ekibiina batandise okukirya abo bakirya dda njagala ensi ekimanye n'abadelegate bakimanye kiki ekigenda mu maaso tusobole okugira ki okununula pati yaffe bwe banga bagitwala. Tiwambuziza dde ebyo ebibuuzo mu Luzungu kati oyagala nkiddemu mu Luganda. Ekisooka ekya poliisi twagenda netusisinka twawandikira poliisi netusaba ne appointment okusisinkana n'abakulu naliko netugenda netwogera bulungi nnyo netubanyonnyola kiki tugezaako okukola ne batukkiriza netukomawo naku lumi biri tugenda okuwulira nti ate poliisi egize eki eyogedde ku lukungana lwaffe netugezaako okufuna ebbaluwa netugifuna ebbaluwa ngaetugamba bo tebajja kutuwaaki olwokuba nti kirabika tusika omuguwa mu pate tuddeyo tugire ki tulongoose ebintu. Mpuliriza, bwe twafuna ebbaluwa eno tugenda tubasisinkana, baali bangi 16 nga n'omugezi yennyini ayogera ku bya kyoyita okuyimiriza, ne batubuuza naye mwe mwategedde ebbaluwa ko ye nti twagitegedde mwatuyimiriza nti netubayimirizanga kyetwabawandiikidde nti tetujja kuba waaki bukuumi. Nenkyogera neŋŋamba ddiri mwatuwaako obukuumi, tutambudde mutukuba mpi, mutukuba tiyagaasi, yonna yonna gye tubadde neesi emanyi. Kati mumuga nti mubadde mutukuuma mutya? Tinja kwewuunya okubalaba nti mugenda kutukuuma ku luno, naye nga bwe mugaanyi si nsonga, tujja kwekuuma engeri gye tubadde twekuumamu. Era nkubuuzizza nti bw'oyingidde wano tolabye obukuumi, tubadde ekitabo nomusayini nga nemugira kyokuyingira, tubalaba ab'emmundu baba bangi. Kaakati abamanyi okuwuga abagenda okuleeta emitawaana tulina abasesa ababalinzi bagende boogere n'ebyennyanja.
Tubadde tubuuza nti wafunako request oba okusaba okuva ewa president w'ekibiina ng'akusaba nti oyimirize olukungana luno olina okubeerawo enkya. Wafunako ebbaluwa okuva mu kibiina?
Nafuna ebbaluwa nnyingi ezigamba ebintu ebingi. Ebbaluwa ezo tuzifuna, tukkiriza okuzifuna.
Petition zaali zigamba nti no bagenda kutwala mu disciplinary committee. Onaaba ogaanye oba president evoking powers ze z'omu constitution y'ekibiina akuyimirizeemu azzeewo ku muntu omu.
Tekiriiwo ekyo constitution okuyimiriza Wasswa Birigwa chairman wa FDC yabalimba, alina obuyinza yenze. Ate okugaba omuntu mu pate nga chairman oba president oba secretary general obuyinza bulina delegate conference ginayita. Era nze nebbaluwa egamba nti ayimirire ate ngenda kugitwalayo. Bwe ngamba nti tukuyimirizza nga nyimirira, naye nga tugoberera ki constitution. Ebirala byakusaaga babali mu mizannyo gyabwe mu katemba bagende mu tujja kwogera birala munveeko. Okay, bagende mu labonita. Anti waliwo abajooga, tukooye okujoogebwa naffe tuli bantu. Bajje balizanye n'ebyennyanja. Kale bannange. Yes, we are already ready. It is a matter of just putting up the tents and the chairs. As I know now, people have already arrived wherever they are supposed to be. And we were just waiting to hear what's coming out of court today. As you know, it's sitting. And we're waiting to hear from them. And that will determine what the next step is.
How many delegates do you expect to receive here?
Most probably, we should have about 500. We did some calculation that we have been having a number, which I'm not too sure that it really exists. That is about 1,400 delegates from all over Uganda. But we have not really cleaned up the delegate files, and I believe we may have lost about 30% if I look on the average. And if it's that 30%, then we may be about around 800 to 900 delegates that are there. Then you take the low average, that out of that you're getting about 50 to 60% of that. So we anticipate to have about between 300 to 500.
You decided to host the conference at your resort.
Yes,
At whose cost?
my cost and other people's costs. People forget that this is, we have members who have been donating and contributing to many, many different activities within the party. Despite the issues of money and all that stuff, we have people who have been contributing, including myself. So I happen to have a place which can easily accommodate as many people as possible. And there is so many people who love their party, who have contributed from water to matoke, others have contributed bulls. So we have all sorts of people who are able to help us to take this forward. And plus, I'll be honest with you, this is not a really elaborate, festivity type of function. We have a job to do. As long as you give people something to eat, plus water, they'll be happy. And all these people are funding themselves to arrive here and to wherever they're going to spend the night. So we are only accommodating them so that we're facilitating the conference.
And why Busabaala, among other places that may be deemed neutral, especially for the warring party members who don't resonate with you?
I don't see a problem with this. It's neutral. Neutral to who?
To other party members who
The party members are the delegates. And not every member of the party is a delegate. So the delegates are comfortable with this. I've not had anybody complaining from what I've heard. There's many, many people coming and they're comfortable. In fact, even they're more comfortable than going to Najana and Kumbi, most of them. So I don't see a problem.
in reference to FDC constitution, where do your powers start and end as the chairperson?
Where my powers starts and end, the founders of the party found it fundamentally necessary to separate the executive, from what I would call the owners or the board of directors. My responsibility is to take care of the party on behalf of the delegate conference. And there it's clearly stated who has got the right to do so. The powers to call a delegate conference, to call extraordinary conference, to call a special conference lies with the chairperson. And that is in our constitution, Article 23A, all the way to BC. I can, if you wish, probably read what they say here. I don't know that I have my glasses, but nevertheless, I do. Hold on a minute, please. An extraordinary meeting shall be convened by the chairperson in any of the following circumstances. A, when the chairperson so decides. That's number one, and that's the one I'm utilizing. Although, so that we have no doubts why we are holding this, we also have received, on receipt of a petition from one half of the district executive committees, we have already received that and more than what's necessary. Or C, on receipt of a petition from 30% of the delegates from at least 50% of all districts in the country, we have. Now, the last one is where the National Executive Committee requests. The National Executive Committee did not request. Part of it is the problem why we're having a problem, the problems we're facing now, because for some reason, the executive, headed by none other than the president of the party, by the name of Mr. Amuriat, Honorable Amuriat, refused for the last 4 months to hold the National Executive Committee. So, your answer is there by saying that when the chairperson decides, it does not state the chairperson has to consult. I only consult if I so wish to do so. And I did.
Ambassador, you and the SG,
I'm following the constitution, you decide. I've already stated what powers the constitution gives me. It is you to find out from the SG what powers does the constitution give him. It's for you to decide.
Ambassador, there are two fractions in the FDC. The one at Kumbi, led by Nandala Mafari, and that of Katonga, led by Nand and others.
You didn't mention me. Did you?
Because I know you must be having a side.
What do I have to have a side? I'm the chairman of a party called FDC. I represent the owners of FDC. I don't represent individuals. Hence the reason why I've been insistent to follow the constitution. I'm not in a war with anybody. I'm not interested. It does not matter. What matters is these people sat down once upon a time, okay, and decided they're going to have an institution called FDC. They decided that they're going to have laws and regulation related to FDC. And these are the laws that they gave me when they chose that I should be their leader as a chairperson of FDC. Those who are usurping the constitution are the people that you ought to ask them, but why? All I have done is to say that since we have an impasse, since we don't agree, not with me, but even the members of NEC, why don't we now take this issue to the owners of the party to decide? That's all I've done, and that's what I'm trying to do. Otherwise, I have any interest, selfish interest, okay, to do this job. They gave me a job, I'm going to finish it. That's all.
Ambassador, later in the day, we expect.
Will I conquer? You know, the word conquer means that once the judge announces himself upon something, okay, I think there's something called an appeal. I may disagree or agree with whatever it is, but the appeal is always there, okay? So I cannot presuppose what the judges are going to announce themselves on. They may even say we are extending this issue to another date. So until I hear what comes out of it, I cannot tell you right now, and honestly, that I'm going to agree or disagree. I'll be dishonest, and I don't want to be so.
Lastly, with or without police, will this conference happen?
I'm going to ask you. You walked in here. Did you just walk in? When you look around, is there security? Thank you very much. Let me ask you, permission was not granted to hold or not to hold. Okay? The letter states, we will not provide you with protection. I speak English and understand English.
So that means you don't need police's protection.
I'll ask you a question. Have you ever seen police protect FDC? I'm being serious. FDC members have been beaten, have been jailed, some been killed. Is that what you call protection? We are protected by God. Others follow.
Lastly, did you get a letter from the party president requesting you to actually stop this particular extra delegates meeting? Because there's a number of delegates in courts that actually wrote to him and told him that he should write to you and you should actually stop, actually not continue with this particular event.
And continue with what?
And actually they are quoting the constitution that if at all you actually go ahead with the event, when you have been actually requested not to go ahead with it, that you are actually like the president can actually use his powers in the constitution to actually replace you in that period as they are doing the election.
No, you didn't even read his letter then. He stated that I'll be recommended to a disciplinary committee. The last I checked the constitution, I'm the head of the disciplinary, it comes from the chairperson. That's what the constitution says. Those who have read the constitution may read it but not understand it. Okay? So, all he can do is write to a committee stating, okay, that I've sent the ambassador. By the way, he was not the first one. And that is one of the issues that I want to present to the delegate conference. Okay? There's a letter, a petition saying I should do A, B, C, D, or I should not do A, B, C, D. It's okay. I'm ready. And I'm going to present it. So the question is, and I've been asking all along, why are they scared to face the delegate conference? They're the people who elected us. Okay? By the way, under our constitution, Amuriat, to the president of the party, or the secretary general, there's nowhere in the party, in the constitution, where it says they can fire me. Neither can I be able to fire Amuriat or the SG. The constitution says it's only the delegates conference that can do such. So these people are confusing us. Amuriat is a very intelligent person. He's an engineer. And in fact, today I was thinking why buildings are falling apart when the engineers are supposed to be there. They have a way of shortcutting the truth. Okay? Nandala is a CPA. Okay? He knows numbers. Okay? I have a cousin of mine who's in England. He said, I can never come back to Uganda. And I asked him why. He said in Uganda, 2 plus 2 is not 4. That's what the kind of people we have in our nation.
Did you find out the type of delegates who actually petitioned the president on that?
Did I find out? Mm-hmm. Of course I have. I have more than, my goodness, you should have been here yesterday. I gave it to the lawyers, let them do. What? That's not for me to find out if they're legit or not legit. I have a team that does that. I'm a chief executive, you look upon in me. You think I'm going to go, okay? We have a team, we have people who can do all this stuff. They did, they concluded this is what we have. And by the way, if you so wish to know more, I think it would be very nice to go to courts today and hear the case. I think we have pretty good case to defend ourselves. So, it's okay to go to court, and as I said, I shall wait to hear what they say. And based on that, we'll decide the way forward.